Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm talking about my all-time favorite black and white film, which is Kodak Tri-X 400. I have shot this film in all sorts of formats, 35mm, 120 and 4x5, but in this video I want to focus more on a 35mm format specifically, because this is what majority of people shoot with. I also think that this is the most beginner-friendly black and white film you can ever find. This film is not the cheapest one, but it is not the most expensive either. Kodak Tri-X is 400 speed film, it's got a high contrast, high sharpness, it produces fine grain, it has wide exposure latitude and responds really well to push processing, which means this film is very much suitable for shooting in those more challenging lower light conditions. So 5 years ago, when I just got into film photography, I started researching what kind of black and white film I should try, and you guessed it right, all of the searches suggested I should go for Ilford HP5. So I got myself 10 rolls of that, shot several rolls, and my results were underwhelming to say the least. I did not like how my photos looked. By the way, I have used Ilford DDX to develop those photos. When it comes to black and white, it all depends on preference, what kind of look you are going for. As for me, I prefer high contrast black and white. Whenever I shoot in digital, I usually edit my photos like this. Needless to say, I was pretty disappointed in Ilford HP5. That film is just not the best for that type of look. Then I decided to try a Kodak Tri-X. After I shot my first 2 rolls of that film, by the way, these photos were also developed in Ilford DDX, and I've mirrored this film at ISO 400. By looking at these results, I definitely can say this is the look that I'm going for. I like the contrast and I like the grain. It definitely fits my aesthetic. I have shot this film in different light scenarios. I have mirrored it from ISO 200 developing as normal to ISO probably 1600 the most, because this would be the highest that my light meter could go on my cameras. So far I have used Ilford DDX, Kodak T-Max and Rodinal to develop Tri-X 400. I have also used a D76 once, but those were 4x5s. Anyways, so far this film has worked with all developers that I have tried. When it comes to black and white development, usually I use only one developer for all of my black and white film. I'm that person that doesn't like to have all sorts of developers to accommodate all sorts of black and white film. Also, I prefer liquid concentrates over powders. I've shot this roll with my Fujica ST701 and I mirrored this film anywhere between ISO 200 and 400. When I had more light, I was mirroring at ISO 200, and when I had a little bit less light, like shooting in the shade, I mirrored at ISO 400. These photos look great, I like the contrast on them. So this roll of film, it was quite interesting actually. I have shot these in this off-brand camera. I tried to search it on the internet. It seems like this camera made by Sears, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I have mirrored this roll at ISO 1000. This is the highest that you can go in this camera. The light scenario was pretty questionable. I brought this camera just to test it out. I developed these photos in Rodinal as stand development. By looking at these, I'm very surprised with these results. They are pretty grainy, but they're still very sharp and usable images. I think this film worked so well with this. These ones were shot at another concert. The light was a lot more dim, but I have used pop-up flash on my camera for this, and I have mirrored the film at ISO 800. And these were developed in Kodak Tri-X developer. I have also tried to make prints from Tri-X 400. For example, this photo was shot at ISO 400. I was testing Canon A1 camera for my friend, and this is the print I made. These were my experiments with Kodak Tri-X 400. Let me know in the comments if you like this film and what is your preferred developer. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in another one.